Yo, what's happening guys, KingGBL here, and welcome back to a brand new Psychic Cup video. Today I'm going to be having a look at buffed Slowbro in the Psychic Cup. Slowbro got access to Brutal Swing, which of course is super effective into a lot of Pokemon in the Psychic Cup. So today I wanted to try out a classic team that I've been using in a lot of the Psychic Cups, which is Malamar double Slow, Slowking, Slowbro. Now as you can see on screen here, we've actually drawn out the Claydol. So the sort of idea behind this team is Malamar in the lead with Psycho Cut, by the way. Psycho Cut's got better energy generation and it allows it to be Claydol. That's why I've run it with this. I do prefer the faster charge moves on the Malamar. Psywave does more damage, but I think just getting faster moves is better, especially for this team. For different teams, you may want to switch it up. But basically, we draw out the Claydol as we've done in this match. We try to take care of it with Malamar. With Slowking, it is possible to get a shield off Claydol. And we're now in a position where, yeah, we've got the Slowbro here. We've got the Latios. Latios is a very cool pick for this cup. Shout out to this opponent here for running this. They actually let that move go, surprisingly. The opponent comes into a Victini, and we'll see if we can win this match here. This is basically the team working as it's intended. We draw out the hardest answer for Slowbro with Slowking, and then basically try to sweep with the Bro here. As you can see, we land that move. I believe we can take a V-Crate here. Once the opponent debuffs their defense, the Poison Jabs are going to be destroying them. Good games well played there. Anyway guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day here. If you did enjoy today's video, do me a quick favour, drop a like on it, subscribe, it's very much appreciated. And of course, let me know your thoughts on the Psychic Cup in the comment section down below. So once again, we've drawn out one of the best answers to the Slowbro with the Slowking. In a few minutes here, I'll give you my full opinion on this team, and whether or not I think you should run it. In today's video, I just wanted to test it out, see if it's any good. One of the best Pokemon in this meta currently is definitely Claydol, so this team definitely struggles a lot against it. Also, Malamar itself can be a bit of an issue. Your Malamar is your main answer to the opposing Malamar, so that can be a little bit tricky. In this case right here, we are able to take care of it with our own Malamar. We're heading energy, and heading energy, Malamar can do a lot of damage to Rapidash. The opponent comes into Claydol, and this is kind of the problem here. If you run into team compositions like this team just gets absolutely cooked. This team, it was exceptionally strong last time Psychic Cup was here, but with the move updates, I don't think this team quite does it anymore. To be completely honest about the Pokemon, Malamar are very strong in this meta. Slowbro, I found the Brutal Swing to be very underwhelming. Look how little damage that done. It doesn't even two-shot this thing. If it's not two-shotting a Claydol, what use is it, right? You might as well run a different move. The opponent does come back into Rapidash. I go for the aggressive Hyper Beam here. Of course, the opponent will just shield it up. That's going to be good games. So my personal opinion in this meta is Malamar is very, very good. Slowbro in certain cases can be very good. For example, right, Ponyta, Rapidash safe swap. You come in, you just jab the thing the whole way down, come out with a boatload of energy, and then you're just in a really good position. The opponent goes for a Body Slam bait. We can take a Mega Horn. We cannot take a high horsepower. However, Mega Horn, I think this time around, is definitely the preferred moveset. In previous seasons, I have been a big fan of high horsepower, but I think this season you definitely want Mega Horn. So these are the types of situations where Slowbro is really strong. You've got Poison Jab, which is neutral into the whole meta basically, except for Claydol. You've got super effective Brutal Swings on things like this, which are going to pretty much two-shot it. It is definitely a very good and useful Pokemon, but I just felt that the current Psychic Cup meta was just a little bit hostile towards it. I think if you were running this, you might want to try to run it in the lead. You do see a decent amount of Fairy leads, right? Some Gardevoirs, some Rapidashes, which you'll see in this video as well. So I think in the lead, Galarian Slowbro could be quite decent. I do think though, if you're running Slowbro, you need to have really, really hard answers to Claydol, because that thing is going to be absolutely everywhere. I do think Slowking in this version of this cup, I think it's a big liability. It's always been one of the best Pokemon since it was released in this cup. This time around, it feels like a liability. The Shadow Balls are not really hitting a lot of Pokemon for super effective. They get shielded most of the time anyway. You're not seeing too many opposing Slowkings. It just doesn't really feel like it's that good in this meta. And Malamar, again, just probably one of the most neutral Pokemon in the meta. Arguably one of the best Pokemon. You can't really go wrong with it in any team. So you could try to run some sort of a core with Slowbro and Malamar with a different Pokemon. But once again, if you're going to be running these two Pokemon together, you need a very, very hard answer to Claydol. So here's what you're seeing, like, in the lead, we're getting this Rapidash, right? So Slowbro in the lead with two hard answers to Claydol in the back, I think that could be the way to go, definitely. The opponent comes into a Chimecho. I just YOLO the Shadow Ball here. Will the opponent respect the damage? Of course they do. It's a Chimecho, bro. Of course they're going to respect it. We're going to bring back in the Malamar, and I don't mind these situations right here. Whenever Malamar is able to get some energy advantage, right? The Rapidash is a Fairy and Psychic type, so these moves are neutral. Hyper Beam absolutely one-shots a Rapidash. You know, so Malamar up energy can do very well into that matchup. We get rid of this here, we actually get a Psycho cut down. Unfortunately, the opponent does reach a second move here. It will be a Shadow Ball, which almost takes me out. I bank the move, the opponent comes in and yeah, Claydol. Like, this is the problem with this team, chat. I'm calling you guys chat, you're not the chat, you're the comment section. This is the problem, comment section. These Brutal Swings ain't doing enough, folks. You need a massive, massive energy lead to have any chance in this matchup. I almost would prefer Surf in this meta because Claydol is so common. So yeah, like I said guys, I wanted to showcase this team. We started off very positively with it. By the way, Gardevoir lead not great. The opponent comes into Chimecho. In this matchup here, Slowking can do very fine because you can reach Surf on a ball if you're up a little bit of energy. Or even if you're not up energy, you do reach both moves before they can farm you down. So this is perfectly fine here. This is how we're able to win this match, by the way, just getting 2 shields off the opponent, getting a ton of energy with Malamar, and then just sweeping with the bro. That's kind of how we won this one here. So like, the problem with this team is not that you're getting a fairy lead, the problem with the team is Claydol. Claydol, Claydol, Claydol. Muller Claydol is on every Muller team in this meta. So anyway folks, the opponent's back in here with the Chimecho, however you want to pronounce it. I don't think anybody calls it Chimecho, but whatever. Foul play coming in, and the opponent comes back into the Rapidash, we come into the Bro, the opponent comes into a Hoopa, and because they've got no shields, we can just basically one-shot it. Hoopa, very interesting choice for this cup. Bang, we just absolutely one-shot it. If it's got shields up, the fast move pressure is pretty insane from that Pokemon, dude. In the next battle here, we have a Metang lead. The opponent swaps into a Rapidash, and once again, look, this is where Bro's good, right? You get this thing out of Rapidash, a Gardevoir, or something that it's good against. This thing just absolutely cooks teams. The opponent falls into Mega Horn, fantastic shield by me here. We do survive Mega Horn. I think this is just enough for a Body Slam here. We'll farm it the whole way down. And again, this is where you're very good with this Pokemon, right? This pretty much 2 shots an opposing Bro, I think. Let's have a look here. Yeah, the opponent shields the first one. I think it does a little bit under half. Let's have a look to see the damage here. Bang. Yeah, it does about 45%, I want to say. We bring back in Malamar. Of course, we're heading energy here. We can take any one move that they want to throw. Metang will be taking super effective foul plays, so if they bring that back in, we're just in a very good position to deal with this. We definitely get shields off the opponent, or we get the knockout on the Metang, and we're not quite in jab down range, so we're in a pretty decent position here, I would say. The opponent's team is super, 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 super weak to mother Claydol, so I would recommend that the opponent probably changes this one up. My team's fairly weak to it, this opponent's team gets absolutely crushed by it, and we bring in the King here. King beats Bro. So here's my sort of take on this meta currently, right? We know what the main threat is. Claydol's the main threat. People like myself are running things that are a little bit weak to Claydol today. What's going to happen is this is going to become a very hostile meta for Claydol. This is how these cups work, right? There's a sort of set in stone Pokemon that is just going to be on a lot of teams. In this case, it's going to be Claydol, right? People are going to start hardcore countering Claydol tomorrow. That's what's going to happen, right? So the teams that you're going to see tomorrow are going to be things like Bruxish. I think Bruxish with Water Gun is a very good shout for Claydol. It just absolutely deletes the thing, right? Things that destroy Claydol are going to be becoming very, very common on those teams. So if you think about what those types of Pokemon are, things that beat Claydol are Rapidash. It's a beat dependent matchup, so it is whatever. Victini is going to be basically disappearing from the meta. I think you will see a lot of Malamars here because they have very neutral matchups across the board. As you can see, most of my opponents are using Psycho Cut as well. It is definitely an option to use either one of those 2 moves. So what you will see is basically a big shift in the meta, right? The whole world versus Claydol. They're going to make it to the point where that Pokemon's really, really difficult to run. People will recognize, like, yeah, okay, the fun's over with this Pokemon. It's just getting walled. People are going to start running Xatu and all this other stuff, right? It's just going to be the whole cup versus Claydol. Once Claydol's taken out of the meta, that's where Slowbro is going to shine. Slowbro has got insanely good coverage. Whenever Rapidashes feel like they're free to run around, whenever Fairies feel like they're a lot more free to run around, this is where Slowbro cooks, right? You're seeing that there are certain teams that Slowbro is cooking, but I think it's just like a little bit risky at the minute. You can definitely run it, like I said, but you just want to have those hard answers in the back. Anyway, in this matchup here, bang, we get off the Brittle Swing here. We do get off the second one on the Metagross, and that's good games well played. We're able to overfarm appropriately there. I think the opponent was one fast move off their move, so we just about make it in time there. Good games well played. And hopping into the next one, Malamar versus Rapidash once again. I've seen a ton of Rapidash leads today. We bring in the King, they bring in the Claydol. You commit to the Shadow Ball here for sure, threaten the Shadow Ball, go for the Surf. I think the opponent no-shields this, which is just fucking insane, to be completely honest with you. I stream my battles, and what I've noticed recently is that I think a lot of people watch my stream and, you know, shield appropriate moves based on what I throw. I don't really use a delay in my stream, so people can see exactly what I'm throwing when I'm throwing it. I don't really like that too much. I'm going to have to start putting a delay in my stream because no shielding the Shadow Ball is complete insanity, and I've noticed a lot of situations like that, which don't really happen whenever I'm streaming in Discord, are playing offline, where people aren't really calling these moves. Playing while you're streaming is a massive disadvantage because you're already distracted. If it is the case, and believe you me folks, there are a lot of people who do watch streams and play, believe you me, if people are watching your stream to see what move you throw, you're at a massive disadvantage. I've noticed that quite a lot recently, especially when you're in around higher elos. A lot of people just care way too much about getting elo at any cost. That is unfortunate. The opponent no shields the shadow ball, and we're just in a very tough position here. Can Slowbro still do something here? Poison jabs plus 2 brutal swings more or less knocks this thing out. From this range, a sludge bomb will do it. We do go for the sludge bomb just to guarantee the knockout. The opponent does have the Rapidash in the back. I thought the opponent was going to IPS me to the Mega Horn, so I do swap out here. We get the opponent super low off the foul play here. We're trying to Psycho cut down. The opponent fires a last second move. I think building up to back-to-back moves. Question is, can Bro live a Mega Horn? Is it going to be super close? It's going to be 1 HP in a dream. It pops up on the bottom right. We do get the win there. Good games well played. And let's hop on into the next one. That is one of the nice things about Bro. It's like one of the things that can take a move in this meta. So guys, with this team, I started off 3-2, 4-1 and 2-3, and then I had some terrible sets afterwards. So like I said, this team, it definitely can work, but you know, this game can be very RPS at times. If you get RPS for an entire set, I mean, I did go 0-5, I believe, using this team, or this team, and I was going like 0-3 or something, and I swapped out a few Pokemon. It can go horribly wrong very quickly, but I think the same can be said with basically any team in this cup. Use this team at your own risk, but you're seeing that there are some massive benefits of it, so definitely keep that in mind. The opponent's using LGM in this team, very interesting Pokemon with buff Astonish. It is definitely very cool to see some buff Astonish users in this cup. This cup has been fairly stale for the last couple of seasons. The newer Pokemon have been the Galarian Slows, which added a little bit more variety to the cup. But it's very nice to see that we're seeing Astonish users. Hoop is looking good. LGM is looking pretty decent. Chimecho is pretty good. We have Fiend Attack Zato. Pretty RPS gamer there, by the way. So it is cool that this cup is getting a little bit more variety. Now we get a Malamar lead. Definitely, if you go for Hyper Beam, it does a lot more raw damage, but you still have to end up throwing a move at the end anyway, so I like just going for... Typically, I like going for triple foul play here, but, you know, if I do land that Hyper Beam, I just basically swap out, take the energy on Slowking, try to draw out their Claydol once again, and see if we can look to deal with it. The opponent comes into Chimecho. We do make it to a last second Surf, which is fantastic here, which gets them perfectly into foul play range. The opponent takes it, knowing, of course, that we will reach a foul play with the Malamar. I do love Psycho Cut here, just super fast energy generation. I think for Open Great League and Ultra League, you definitely want the new move, but in cups like Psychic Cup, where the moves are going to be resisted, except for, of course, on the poison types in this meta, which there aren't too many of, I definitely think Psycho Cut is a huge benefit. We're going to get off another foul play here. Surprisingly, the opponent goes for a shield, and they're going to get off a move. I decide to let this go at this point. We're going to trust the Slowbro to sweep the match here. That'll take us out. We're going to try and jab it the whole way down. I will shield the Shadow Ball if they make it. The opponent swaps out into the Malamar here. I'm a little bit off track with energy, but I do want to overfarm as much as possible. Can I jab this the whole way down? We do get the full jab down. If the opponent comes into the Chimecho, we're basically one move away from knockout. I don't have to throw my move right away. The opponent's hoping I just dump the energy. They come into Giraffe Rig, which I've seen a few times with Tackle, Trailblaze, and Psychic Fangs. Super interesting Pokemon. We go for 1 Brutal Swing, 1 Sludge Bomb, and that's going to be basically GG's. Good game to that opponent there. The battles in Psychic Cup are super short battles. You get through these battles really quickly. I got through my stream of 6 sets so quickly today. These battles are just super fast. With Malamar lead, I just tend to no-shield the first move. I don't really care too much about it. On this occasion, I'm going to go for foul play. I guess, like, I'm pretty undecided, right? Because you need, like, at least 2 moves. If you land a foul play, I recommend going for a Hyper Beam after. So pretty much like the way to win this match is go for 1 foul play, 1 Hyper Beam. Because as you can see, like, any Malamar basically survives these. The opponent's smart enough and goes for that. We get a huge Hex down here, and this energy is going to be good into everything. Now, Slowking beats Slowbro, so this is good for me. We've got the correct alignment that we want here. Bang. That actually one-shots him, and he comes into Gardevoir. Top left's the match, I'm assuming here, and yeah, GG's. I think Gardevoir is very risky to run, because, again, the Slowbro will be around, Claydol will be around. It's not an extremely good Pokemon in this meta. The opponent comes into Rapidash. You've seen it once, you've seen it 100 times. I think I no-shield this time. I'm just like, whatever, bro. I need to keep my shields. The opponent goes for a Body Slam. They only go for a Body Slam in the second case. And this is where, like, Slowbro can put in some work to Claydol. You get off 2 Brutal Swings, and it does a lot of damage. But anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. This is the final battle here. If you did enjoy it, go ahead and drop a like for me. It's very much appreciated. Subscribe to the channel, guys. We're going to be trying to push towards, we hit 5k quite recently. We're going to try to push towards 10k in the not too distant future. Big thank you for all the support in the videos. I hope you did enjoy this one. My final verdict on this team is, it is good, it can be very strong, but I think for the first few days, this team may be a little bit risky, but it may be a team to come back to in a few days once the meta has completely shifted. Thank you very much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll catch you all next time.